Hey guys, welcome everyone to the crypto analysis channel by Dragon 30. As usual, we'll try to see a few setups on Bitcoin and gold, right? Let's see what's happening with the Bitcoin and gold. Lots of crashes happening recently on Bitcoin, right, guys? We have seen that, okay? So I hope everyone is doing good in this time, right, guys? Okay, I hope everyone is doing good. All right, just a second, okay, guys, let me check the mic and everything, right, so that it sounds good for you all, right, guys? Okay, welcome everyone, welcome, hi, hey, hey. Okay, let me have a mic check for you all, right? Welcome. This is Tuesday, and yeah, I hope everyone is doing good. All right. Sound is good. Welcome everyone. Welcome. Yeah, I think it's good, right? It's good. Yeah, it's good. Mm-hmm. So without wasting time, let's go, guys. Right, guys. Okay. So Bitcoin, what's happening, guys? All right. So you must be having some losses. You must be making some profits, right? So nothing much to worry. Opportunity is always going to come over there, right, guys? So nothing much to worry. I don't feel you need to worry a lot about it. All right. So recently, the Bitcoin have tried to crash down from the trend it had on a downside, right, guys? This is what we have seen, right? So we had broken down from the trend, and Bitcoin is crashing towards the downside. That is of which the Bitcoin have went almost 4.87 percentage on a downside move, right, guys? Okay, this is what we have seen, right, guys? Okay, so small retest zone might be expected in this level. So before it crashes, if it really wants to crash it down towards the downside, I think it should give you all one retest in this level one more time, whereby you might like to see the price moving up and down and try to go down, right? Something like this, all right, or go on upper side. Okay, so market right now, it have broken down from the trend. It doesn't mean that the market is going all the way towards the downside. At least once if it have done the retest, then after that one we can confirm that now the market is going to crash towards the downside. Okay, for a long term, firstly let's try to see for the long term, then we try to see for the scalping as well, right, guys? Okay, yep, so far so good. All right, those who are watching me for the first time, don't forget to hit a subscribe button, all right, guys, so that you guys don't miss my live streaming from Monday to Sunday, Monday to Friday, whatever it is, right? But what I wanted to say is most of the people will be confused in this zone, whereby from these levels to this level, it was fine, right? So in this level, you were having confusion whereby the lots of people have lost their stop losses and lots of people have bear their losses, these zones, right? Okay, again, market is going to create you all. In fact, all right, I'm hoping that market is going to create you all one zone, whereby again the market will do some retest in this levels and try to clear us down. All right, try to clear down or clear on upper side. This might be seen, right? But this is the first level of breakdown. I also don't know till where it had a chances of going towards the downside, right, guys? So this might be seen. All right, so till where it can go towards the downside. Okay, so I also have no idea on that one. All right, but in fact I am hoping that Bitcoin will do one more retest in this levels, pull back, okay, small pullback, maybe something like this, and try to drop down or move on upper side. Okay, I'm expecting that one, guys. All right, okay, but it may give or may not give, but usually I will expect in this levels. All right, guys. Okay, but if we happen to see on a bigger time frame, okay, the the setup is totally for the bearish right now. All right, so this is the highest levels whereby the Bitcoin have reached an upper side. Okay, so previously we had one sideways move in this levels, whereby, okay, so this was the sideways move. All right, this levels and this levels we had a when nothing is formed in a bit bigger time frame, guys. All right, firstly let's try to discuss about the bigger time frame, then we try to go to the smaller time frame accordingly, right, guys? Okay, so firstly, right, so in these levels we were having something like this when these things were not formed, the later on parts. All right, this was the sideways that we were having, right? Okay, guys, on a daily time frame, but I can see that the price has one created one support in these levels, whereby market tries to break down below this one, retest it once more, retest it, okay, and it never come back on a third retest. All right, so most probably breaking below this level means on a bigger time frame I will be expecting, if there is a no pullback, right guys, okay, I will be expecting the price to go down towards the downside, all right, to clear this levels, right guys, okay. But in fact, before that one, if it happens to give you all the pullbacks, right? Pullbacks means the retest phase whereby the market try to drop down from this trend towards the downside and downside and yeah, so this is exactly what it have formed, right? But at the same time, you are coming to the point whereby it is creating, the Bitcoin is creating a daily time frame towards the downside. Okay, guys, all right. Previously, we had one support, it was broken down, all right, whereby the market tries to go for the third retest and it dropped, it went all the way towards the upper side, okay. But while coming down, it is creating, giving that it have now broken through the third level of retest, whereby the market can drop all the way towards this level as well. This is what I'm seeing right now. All right, guys, on a bigger time frame, on a daily time frame, it looks so bearish, but in fact, if it happens to give you all the bigger retests in those levels, right guys, okay, we will never know, right? It might like to give you all the bigger retests in these levels, right? Okay, so bigger retests, if it happens to give you all the bigger retests in these levels, so you might like to get bashed off as well. So I'm not shorting it right now, all right. In fact, so whenever the market tries to move in another direction, it always tries to give you the another setup, all right, and tries to bash all the shots, all right. That might be possible as well, okay. But if we forget about all the pullback that it can do in these levels, the market is creating such a beautiful move on a downside, all right, to whereby the market can go all the way towards 61,000 to $60,000 on a downside. All right, these levels. All right, okay. But in fact, if it happens to give you all the Bikra, Kumar. All right, welcome, brother. Welcome. Those who are watching me for the first time, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. All right, so that you guys don't miss my live stream. All right, try to understand the market first. Okay, after understanding the market, then you might like to see what you get the setups or not. All right. For now, if I try to short these levels, this is a perfect setups. All right, towards the downside. If there was a no pullback in these levels, I would have taken the shots so blindly in these levels confidently, right guys? Okay, I see if there is a no pullback, market is creating such a beautiful move towards the downside, okay, that might rise, drops down all the market towards the 62,000 to $61,000 as well. But at the same time, what I'm saying is, guys, understand this carefully, right? This is a perfect setup for the shots, but at the same time, on a daily time frame, it have left one gap whereby market might like to go back and do the pullbacks in these levels, right? Whereby market might like to retest this level once more time, all right, before it drops all the way towards the downside. All right, so this is what I'm assuming, right, and what my thought says right now. All right, so I'll be trying to see this one going back to the smaller time frame. Okay, if I get any setups on a long side, I will take it with my TPs, first TP towards the average, all right, average of this pullback zone, all right, because for now, I don't know where till where this level of breakout is going to be dropping towards the downside. So for that one, I shall go with a smaller time frame and check it out with some few price actions from where it is coming back for the pullback. One gap is left in this levels whereby market needs to fill up that gap, right? Hey, okay, hi, Nitesh, PB, hi, brothers. All hi, welcome, brothers. Welcome. All right. So understand the market. This level is so critical for Bitcoin to crash all the way to a $61,000 or get back to the bull zones one more time on our upper trend. All right. So in fact, if the price happens to move back in this level, in this zone, the trend, that is MSS, right? Market structure shift, whereby people have brought it over here, boom, on upper side. People brought it over here, boom, on upper side. All right. People brought it over here as well, but market aggressively tried to take them out in this levels, whereby everyone is longs are liquidated in this levels from Monday to Sunday night to Monday and today, right? So we see the price taking out all the longs that we have in this levels, right? Long have been getting a bashed off so badly. Longs targets were almost all are very small, right? Very small, and the shorts target are so quick, and right, it have been going down so flamely, guys. So far so clear, you understand, right, guys? So most probably I'll be checking on one setups in this levels, whereby we might like to get back. All right, at the same time, if it happens to get break down through this level of retest, I might, and comes down below this levels, I might like to short it, right? So right now I'm not shorting it, I'm waiting for the pullback. All right, one retest first and we enter, right? Retest first and we enter. So let's take it the retest for the consideration first options, right? Or firstly going on upper side, then only if it happens to clear down below these levels, I will be taking one shot till this levels, right, for a bigger time frame. In fact guys, in fact, so while coming down, if it happens to get rejection from this level or rejection from this level and clears out on upper side and tries to go on upper side, that can be a good long on upper side, right? At the same time, okay, this is at the Bitcoin is at the critical level, whereby most of the stop losses is going to be eaten in this levels, and most of the people are going to lose money in this level. So you should be very careful in this levels. Even I happens to make mistake in such a kind of levels, all right, whereby market will be moving in a sideways or a little bit pushing on a like small ways on upper side doing the retest. It might like to go all the way on upper side as well, all right, but the setup is given for the shots, but I'm not trying to open the shots directly, all right, rather I'll wait for the price to go for the pullback and come down below this levels. So once set up, I can identify for this levels the almost with a 10% down on a downside, all right, for long holders, all right. Firstly, we are trying to study for the long holders, then we might like to go for the small scalpings. Okay, guys, okay. So in my thoughts right now, all right, if the market happens to give a small reversal, all right, it's never good to find the reversal at the bottom, right, for the longs, right? But okay, in case if we get an opportunity, let's do small scalpings on upper side to reach these levels, at least targeting the average of this point, right? And if it happens to, after going over there also, if it happens to get rejection from these levels, then we might like to open a short in these levels right towards the downside. So still on the pullback right now, I will be looking for a small scalpings on upper side, upper side, upper side. All right, it may not be a perfect move, right? It may not be a confident move, but we will try with a small setups on a down, mm, small setups on the smaller time frame. All right. कौन से country से हो? Bhutan. I'm from Bhutan. All right, good brother. I'm from Bhutan. Safe. Hi. Hi, brother. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Okay, welcome. So, people. Okay. So, this is what I'm trying to do. Gold, we'll try to see once more. All right, Rajan. Nothing much to worry. Okay. Gold also we will see. All right. So, nothing much to worry. Okay, just wait for a few minutes, right? Firstly, let's try to analyze the market on a bigger time frame for the uh, Bitcoin and smaller time frame for the Bitcoin. So most probably I'm looking forward to open a long positions for the scalpings on upper side, though the market looks so aggressive towards the downside. All right, guys. Okay, so far so clear. Let me clear this off, right? So most probably I'm trying to clear this off, all right, the bigger trend that is of no use. So we will be studying in this pullback that might be inside this one, all right, guys. Okay, so what I'm saying is in this pullback we'll be trading it, whereby you might like to get stop losses, you might like to liquidate it. It may not be perfect, but we try our best to see a best setup in this level. So all right, guys. Okay, so far so clear, guys. Okay, hope that was helpful to you all, right, guys? Okay, in fact, In fact, if it happens to one positions for a little bit mid holders, right? One positions can be day traders, right? If the price happens to break out on upper side, you might like to trace one long move on upper side, firstly targeting this average 2.41 percentage and maximum till this levels $72,523 on upper side. Okay, in fact, if it happens to come on our zone, all right guys, Bhutan se ho kya? Ha, brother, ha. I'm from Bhutan, all right. Okay, so this is what I'm looking for, all right. So in fact, market might like to give you a small breakout on upper side, and if it holds above, if it passed the retest on the 4 hours time frame, you might like to see 3.51 percentage on a pullback on upper side, whereby market is retesting at the same time, all right. Okay, guys, so far so cool, all right. But in fact, so if it happens to again go for the retest and get rejection and closes below these levels, whereby the market happens to close below these levels, right, the previous low, right, so especially wherever it closes, if it happens to close below that one, I might like to open a short from that level as well for the scalpings on a downside, but I may not target all the way towards the downside, but small move can be traced in these levels on a 4 hours time frame. Right guys, let's get back to the smaller time frame. Okay, so maybe 15 minutes, all right. So on a 15 minutes time frame, okay, if it happens to close above this level, I might like to open my confident level of setups, all right, targeting first TP in this levels, right, on a Bitcoin, okay, and targeting the second level in this levels, right, $72,563, all right, okay. But below this levels, in fact, it will be good that you might like to get a good setups below these levels as well, but at the same time you are away from your zone, all right, you are taking the risks, all right. So let me delete the pullback session as well, all right. So we'll be looking for one long positions. In fact, if it happens to closes above this levels, right, okay guys, on a smaller time frame, that is on 15 minutes time frame, okay. So what we'll be observing, we will be observing a simple things, all right. So simple things, what it is, whether market is closing above these levels or not, all right. Okay, below these levels, it is always very risky to open a long in this level, because market is below our zone of opening a longs, right. It is on bearish side, but at the same time what we can do is we can, at least if you are scalping, we can target till these levels, right. If it happens to break out on upper side, well and good. If it doesn't breaks out on upper side, it may not be valid, right guys. Okay, if it happens to get rejection again, you might like to get towards the downside. Okay, so we will be confident one above this level, right, my confident trade above this level, those who are holders. Okay, excuse me. So what we have taken, right, so firstly a retest, then only setups, all right. Firstly retest, then only setups, right. So this is what we are looking at. So above these levels, right, confident trade for me, all right, targeting this first TP towards this zone, right, 2.376 percentage will be traced, all right. And below this, if I'm opening any positions, right, I need to take check this levels, whereby will I get a breakout on the upper side or not. All those things will be traced on this levels, right, for now. Okay guys, you understand me carefully, right. If you are getting the instruction, then it will be very easy for you all to hold the trade, have the patience, right, all those things, all right. So to be on upper side, what the market have to do, just break out on upper side and do small retest and clears out this levels, right. So this can be one long setup for you all right. But in fact, if it happens to close us below, get a rejection, and so it will give you all the ages, right, whereby the market happens to pass below this levels, especially below this levels, that can be a shorter position as well for the scalping on a downside, all right. So we are forgetting the pullback in the zone if you are planning the shorter in the zone, right. So it may be a little bit more drop on a downside as well, all right. So I'm not assuming this levels right now how far it can go towards the downside, all right. But in fact, if it happens to clear this one, I'm going to get one positions, all right, on upper side. So let's try to get inside. Now let's forget about this one because we are looking for the positions, right? So for the confident one, if I'm looking for the long position, I will let the price to break above this levels, do one pullback, pass above that one, and try to trace this one on upper side. Okay, at the same time, we are at the bearish phase. Let's get back to the smaller time frame and let's try to study these levels, right, guys? Okay, let's try to study these levels, right? Okay, so while opening a long position from here, right, my stop losses is going to be in the level whereby this level, especially 0.65 percentage uh, risks I'll be taking, right? But in fact, if I'm scalping, I would like to take only the small portion of risks, okay? And how much it gives, I just take it and just I get out of the trade from this levels, right? So this is what I'm going to do, all right? So this level is, if it happens to break below this levels, right? Which means, again, it is creating a bearish move on a downside. So after getting this rejection and breaking out on upper side, then only I'll be able to take the positions, all right? So for now I'm assuming the things, right? So if it happens to, in case if it happens to, right, Neen, hey, evening Dragon, hey, evening brother, welcome brothers, all right, welcome, all right. So market is aggressively pushing on a downside, okay. At the same time, we are looking positions for the shorts as well as the longs, but okay, short, okay. So for now, let's try to see in this levels what it market is doing, all right. So let me clear this off, right? Okay, guys. So far, so cool. Hi, Finan. Hi, brother. Welcome, brother. Okay, welcome. Okay. So at the same time, all right. So market is in this levels right now. All right. So we are assuming that market, if it happens to break out on upper side, right? And we are going to open a long position, so market is on a downside, okay, it's not coming on upper side. So let's try to study in this levels what's happening with the market in this levels, right, guys? Yeah, okay. All right, so in this levels market tried to create one H in this levels whereby market have broken out on upper side, right? At the same time, market have created one W pattern in this levels, right? Okay, so market tries to break out on upper side. So this is the level whereby market tries for breakout on upper side, one time tried, two time tried, and three time tried. Okay, so can we take a risky longs from here? Blindly, very risky longs can be taken from here to this levels, right? In fact, taking into considerations that you are not going below, right? So maybe this levels, right? Or what you can do is wait for the price to reject from here. And okay, this is going to be a little bit risky, all right, risky. At the same time, a risk always comes with a big rewards, right, guys? Okay, a little bit risky in fact, but always comes with a gold is also coming, nothing much to worry. Firstly, let's try to finish one, all right, then it will be easier for us to trust on the gold as well. We'll spend a lot of good ample of time on a gold as well, all right, guys. So right now it is a little bit risky in this levels, okay, risky trade, all right. Once it passes above this level, it becomes less risks, all right. Above these levels, once it passes above these levels, it becomes less risks, all right, a little bit less risks, all right, a little bit of more confident, right? Let's say more confident, little bit of more confident above this level. Why? Little more confident in above passing above this levels. Why? Because you have tried to break out on upper side one, two, three times, but in fact, if it happens to get rejection from these levels and drop down all the way towards the downside, that is going to be risky, right? One long scalping, risky long scalping from here. Once it passes above these levels, more confident, right? And if it passes above this level, more confident. And if it passes above this levels, right, that is going to be a super confident on upper side, right? That's going to be one scalping for you all on a BT on upper side, right? A little bit risky in this levels, but see whether it's about to break out on upper side or not. In fact, if it happens to get a rejection from this levels, right, and closes below this level, then you are going to get riskier one more time, right? Okay, guys. So this is what I can say on 5 minutes time frame for the Bitcoin, okay? in this level. So TP1 you might like to have over here, TP2, TP3, and you might like to trace till TP4. It might be till this levels, right? So $70,183, right? So that can be seen on a Bitcoin. All right, so maximum of 1% move on a upper side, guys. Okay, one scalping sessions have been introduced to you all. So nothing much financial advice. Make your own research before you move in, right, guys, so that you guys don't blame me after you get big losses, right? So let's get back to the gold as well. All right, so understandable, right, guys? Okay, so let's get back to the gold and try to see, because people are aggressively looking for the gold, right? Okay, so one risky trade, right, for the BTC, right, for the pullbacks, right, and gold, all right. Okay, nothing much financial advisor advice, right? I'm not a certified financial advisor, right? So in this levels, yesterday we were tracing this levels, right? Okay, so what I have told you all guys, in this levels, right, on the shorter side, okay, once if it happens to close this above, and if it happens to never go up, market is going to drag down. But actually we are targeting towards the downside, but rather market try to give this positions sideways, and okay, from this level your shorts was activated. From there again market tries to jump out on a upper side. Okay, this was the yesterday's trade. I guess most probably we try to trace again and again in this levels, right? Okay, so let's get back to the bigger time frame first on a gold. All right, so should I start from the bigger time frame, guys? Bigger time frame. All right, okay, so what I told you guys, all right, on a gold, when the market opens, all right, on the Sunday, what I told you guys is when the market is going to open, it should be like if it was giving you all the move on upper side, right? Something like this. Okay, so if it was giving you all the move on upper side, firstly move on upper side, then dropping towards the downside. All right, so where you will be looking for, you will be looking for the H to open your short. Let's get back to the smaller time frame, that is on 4 hours time frame, right, guys? Okay, 4 hours time frame. Okay, so 4 hours time frame, you're waiting for the last move whereby the longs get invited, right? The move is for the shorter one on a bigger time frame, but the gold is not able to pay the all the shorter ones. Why? Because everyone is selling, right? So one everyone is selling, right? Who is going to pay the shorter one, right, guys? Okay, and what market did, it just give you all the hopes for a big move on upper side, and again crashes towards the halfway. Okay, again it might like to give you all the little bit move on upper side, right, one more time. Okay, whereby you might like to get the bashed off. All right, longs will be invited. All right, okay, again market tries to crash towards the downside. All right, gold I have shared with my VIP also last time only. Market from here it needs to move on upper side, but we are doing scalpings in the small scalpings for the long holders only. This is possible, right? Okay, firstly let's try to go for the what, bigger time frame. All right, so I'll be expecting gold to drop all the way towards the at least till $4,265, right? Okay, till this levels at least I will expect the gold to drop one more time. All right, at the same time market have been creating on a 4 hours time frame inverted head and shoulder pattern. Don't trust all the inverted head and shoulder patterns, guys. All right, all the inverted head and shoulder pattern doesn't mean that it needs to move on upper side, right? Okay, for now inverted head and shoulder pattern. So what the people will do in this levels, right? So people will buy in this levels and try to wait for the breakout. Their their target will be in this levels, right, guys? Okay, their target will be in this levels. So what you are going to do is in this levels, all right, on a bigger time frame firstly, right, so you will let the market to run out on upper side, right? Firstly the long should be invited in this levels, then the move is going to be a little bit beautiful, right? So once it clears down below this level, especially above below this levels, it is going to be getting a you all the confidence shot on a downside. You might like to trace this level, right? First finish, let it finish this retest on upper side, right? It might like to grab a little bit upper side as well, all right, a little bit towards this level as well, all right. So in fact, if it happens to go up and clears below these levels, you might like to see the gold dropping towards the downside with the first TP above $4,471 and accordingly $4,392, right? So you might like to trace this one towards the downside. Okay, guys, on a bigger time frame, this is what I see. All right, this is what my brain says, right? Nothing much financial advice, guys. In fact, okay, all right. So this is what I feel. All right, but if you try to open a short from here only, sometimes market might like to drop from here only. But if it happens to break out, go for the long trap on upper side and swipe you down, right? Then then your stop loss is going to be removed. At the same time, in fact, if it happens to get a rejection from this level rather than closing below $4,534, if it happens to close above, then it might like to close above these levels one more time. Okay, retest is getting passed and you might like to retrace on the upper side. Okay, so at this levels, it is going to be riskier for you all to open a short. Once it clears out from the top, it might be very beautiful shots for you all once it clears out below this levels, right? So this can be one setups for you all right, guys. Yeah, so let's try to get back into the smaller time frame, maybe 15 minutes time frame, guys. Okay, so let's try to see on a 1 hour time frame, right, guys, on a gold, because gold volatility becomes very high and we need to see every individual candles what it is doing, every time frame what it is to have been doing in this levels, on those levels, right, guys. Okay, so far so clear, guys. Okay, so if you see the 1 hour time frame, it shows that the gold, once it passes below these levels, it will be ready for you to open a confident trade on a downside, for according to what I think. All right, with a stop loss not very big, right, in this levels, right? Okay, so previous high in this levels, right? So below these levels, once it is cleared out from the top and drops below these levels, you might like to see the price dropping down. But in fact, if it happens to get a rejection from these levels, right, and passes above this level, you be ready for the long position as well. So never be like one-sided, right? Okay, so always be both side, right? Okay, so in case if the price happens to do the another way, right, so just be ready. In fact, you don't do anything in this levels whereby you might like to get bashed off, right, guys? Okay, so this is the level whereby you will be seeing the market to move up and down. But before that one, market might like to do small drop down in this levels, right, and try to invite the shorter ones firstly, right? Try to invite the shorter one firstly, take them out, go on upper side, invite the long ones and take them out, all the towards swipe down towards the downside, right? So let's get back to the smaller time frame now, right? So it's too much on a bigger time frame. Hope that was understandable for you all right? So let's try to analyze on the smaller time frame, that is might be a 5 minutes time frame, right, guys? Okay, 5 minutes time frame. All right, so market have on a 5 minutes time frame as well, market have broken below these levels, right? So this is the higher and lower it have created, right? So market is between these levels, the market is in the middle right now. Okay, middle right now, it can go to this resistance as well as it can come to this levels on a downside. At the same time, market is not able to decide which side it should be moving, an upper side or a downside, right? Okay, so it is trying to squeeze you all, so you can't see any opportunities in this levels right now. Market is getting squeezed right in this levels, whereby your SL is going to be heated, your TP is going, I mean, like you are going to bear the losses as well, whereby the market is aggressively not giving you any opportunities in this levels. This is what I feel. All right, okay, BTC buy. All right, okay, so it is have been swiping it towards the downside right now. All right, so it's still good for the buyers one, right? Yeah, that's a risky one. All right, so it couldn't close above this level. All right, if you're buying in these levels, this is riskier, always riskier. All right, but at the same time, I say still little more confident in this levels. All right, so this is what I have analyzed. Breaking out from this levels on upper side is going to be a little bit more confident, but right now the risky trade is not respecting you, giving you a small move, right? And not respecting you well in this levels. This is what I can see. All right. Okay. Let's see anyways. All right. This is a risky trade, guys. Below this level is going to be risky. Once it passes above this level, then only you might like to get a small confident on upper side, right? Yeah, on a BT. Okay. So on the gold right now, it is forming you the triangle formation in this levels, right? Whereby the market have got a rejection from the top. All right. So most probably market one more time, it might like to come to this levels and try to go for the retest from the top, right? Okay, this is what I'm expecting right now. All right, so since I cannot do anything in this levels, right? So this is what I feel. Firstly, invite the shots, right? Okay, in this level, so you get ready for the long one, bob this levels, right? Once it passes up on upper side, right? Okay, so you get ready for the long one in this levels, right? Yeah. So what you will be doing is, while going on a downside, you are doing nothing, right? In fact, if it happens to give you a small breakout on upper side, wait for the retest in this levels, right? And not closing below the previous low and trying to break out on upper side, right? You might like to trace one long on upper side with a 0.41 percentage of scalping in upper side. Yeah, so this is what I feel. All right. Okay, guys, so shorter ones will be there, but firstly I think you need to go up to clear out the uh, to give the hopes for the long one. All right, so I cannot do anything in this levels, and neither I can open a shorts nor I can open a long in this levels, right? So if I am waiting for long positions, so once it happens to break down below, and if it happens to clears out on upper side, I might like to open one long positions in this levels for the gold on upper side, right? Taking into considerations that we have a small price actions in this levels and trying to break below this levels firstly, right? And try to break out on upper side and clearings out on a upper side, right? So this can be one position for you all right, a little bit risky, but I think it is going to work for you all right. Okay, so on 5 minutes time frame, this is what I see. Okay, so in fact market tries to break down from this levels on the topper. If you are trying to see, the previous low was broken out, right? Retested one, two, three times, then you got this move on a downside. All right. So at least till this levels, you might like to expect the price to drop it first, right? Okay. Firstly, drop it towards these levels, then only might like to go on upper side, right? So let's see. Anyways, if you don't find any opportunity breakout in this levels, you cannot open any positions, right? In fact, if you get it, then you can't hold yourself back as well, right? Yeah. So why you are opening a long positions, all right, on the upper side? If you're holders, right, and if you wanted to go for a little bit confident, you observe this levels whereby market tries to break out on upper side. Okay, came for the retest again, breaking out and clearing above this level is going to be going for a good clearing above this levels, right? Is going to be a good long for you all till this level if you are tracing around $4,567 on upper side, right? Yeah, guys, this is what I feel, bro. BTC will go down. Yeah, yeah, what I'm saying is, so in this level, if you have been listening to me, if you are opening a long positions from here, it is going to be risky. All right, in fact we are waiting for the little bit more confident in this levels. Once it clears out this levels, okay, you are going to get one confident scalping on a upper side, right? In fact, I know on a bigger time frame it looks so dangerous on the downside, all right, but for the scalpings, right, once it clears out on this level, so what I told you all, in this level it's going to be risky, right? Risky always, but once it clears out from this levels on upper side, why you have tried to break out on upper side, yeah, and one retest done, second retest done, and for the third move, if it happens to break out from this levels on upper side, let it go how far it can go, right? So this will be always risky to open a long positions, right? This levels of drop that can be liquidity drop or whatever, right? So yeah, so once it clears out on upper side, then you might like to see the scalping on upper side. Yeah, so this is what I feel on a Bitcoin. Okay, not aggressively planning on a I'm not saying that Bitcoin have to move on upper side. In case if it happens to break out above this little bit confidence zone, then it is going to be one risky scalping in this level. So most probably I will be waiting for the price to move up, break out on upper side, and then only I can plan on a long side. All right, I'm showing you all the setups. All right, I'm not showing you anything open there, shorts, longs, anything, something like that. All right, so that might be your aggressively if you are looking for the shorter ones, right? So this levels of move is for the shorter ones in case, in fact, right? So you're you're looking at this levels of breakdown towards the downside, right? Once support was there, right, it tried to clear out that one. All right, and in this 1 minute time frame you might like to see a small retest as well on this levels, right? Yeah, a small retest was done in these levels whereby the market tries to plan on a downside, right? But I'm not trying to open any short positions right now. All right, so in fact if it happens to come to this levels, I'm going to open one long position and try to trace on upper side. If it happens to move on a downside, let it move down, it will be always risky to open a long positions below this levels. Which levels? This levels, right? So this is the level that I have shown you all, whereby you can go for the confident move on upper side on a long side, right? Yeah, hope you are understanding what I mean to say. All right. Okay, gold, let's see, it's trying to break out on upper side. Okay, so when you can get more confident on a gold. All right, so if you are opening along from here, you never knows whether it's going to break out above these levels or not. Okay, so on upper side, right? So once it try to clears out from this levels, especially above these levels, you might like to see a more confident. But I'm not opening a long positions right now in this levels, right? I'll let the price to drop down first, and if it happens to come to my zone, then I might like to open. All right. So it's very difficult to open a long or shorts on those kind of things right now. All right, for the BTC as well as the gold. All right, I have shown you all why the BTC, the gold is like a little bit dangerous in this levels, right? Yeah. Because of the triangle formations of the price in these levels, whereby the market is trying to give you a one move whereby you might like to see these kind of things in these levels where market trying to squeeze you. All right, okay, so once it clears out towards the downside, you might like to open our long positions and a move on upper side, right? So it is always risky. It will try to remove your SL on a longs as well as on the shorts in this levels, is in this kind of levels. All right, so just be careful for the goals right now. Okay, okay, on a bigger time frame I have given you all the information, so whatever I know. All right, so nothing much financial advice, make your own research before you move in, right guys? Okay, so that you guys don't try to blame me later on. Dragon says that a buy over there, says a very big long and over there, right? So all those things, right guys? Okay. For the levels, for the shots, it needs to go up and try to trace below. So inside this one, it is always risky to trade within this box, right? Until and unless you're a small scalpers, right? Okay, it is always risky to open a position in this levels, I feel, right? Once it clears out the directions, whether it is moving an upper side or downside. Okay, if it is moving an upper side, okay, you can, even if you miss the long position from here, right, again you can trace one move from here and try to scalp on upper side till this levels, right? Okay, if it is moving on a downside one, even if you miss this one, then you'll know that the price is moving all the way towards the downside, right? So once it clears out, so you can scalp from one levels to another level, one level to another level. So always priority towards the downside below this levels, long levels for the scalpers, priority above this levels, right? So this is what I feel for now in these levels, right? Okay. BTC, all right, once it happens to grow, come up to this levels, then I can open one a little bit more confident zone, right? Okay, but in fact I can, if you guys are ready to risk it, right, this level is not also very bad to open a long positions. All right, why? You're taking risky, huh, guys, a little bit risky, but you are taking a risk at this levels, right? You're scalping an upper side. Okay, scalping an upper side, at the same time you're taking risks. Okay, where I said confident, once it passes above this levels, at least you can trace this level 0.87 percentage on upper side. Okay, always risky below this level is always risky. In fact, if it happens to come down for a retest, and if it fails one, if it fails this retest, then your stop loss is going to be done, right? So while it is coming down, you make sure that the price is not breaking below this levels, right, for the long ones on the Bitcoin, right? Okay. So this is just a scalping. I'm not saying for a big time frame, all right? In fact, okay? So your stop losses should be below this one once it gets risky, okay? This level is risky, all right? Once it clears out from this level, a little bit more confident, right? Okay? To upper levels, right? Okay, at least you can trace this levels firstly, okay? So what it means in this levels, market tries to come down, all right, broke out towards the downside, okay? So once it, if it happens to go for the retest and below this levels, right, and if it happens to fail this one, all right, and passes above this levels, then you're confident your longs, risky long is also going to get confident from this levels only, all right? Okay, let's see what the retest will do in this levels, right? Okay, in fact, this is aggressively looking for the long ones in the risky zone on the scalpings, all right? So just be careful whatever you are doing in this levels, right? Okay, so I have given you all informations why these levels can be the stop loss hunters, whereby the lots of people are going to lose the money, right? So just be careful and try to take your own risks whatever you can, right? So nothing much financial advice, right? I'm not a certified financial advisor, right? Okay, so I'm just helping you all out to see for the opportunities in the market and the store in this levels, right? Okay, that can be a stop loss or that can be a TPs as well. All right, so always try to see the risks first and try to invest whatever you like, you can afford it, right? So in this levels, uh, gold have been aggressively planning on a side. I'm not planning any long positions in this levels. If it happens to move, let it move, right? So for now, it have just tested this levels and it tried to move on upper side, right? At the same time, market came down to break down towards the downside, right? If you have been doing the scalpings, I mean like a price actions in this level. So inside this box, you are always going to be risky, okay? But if you are small, like TP hunters, right? Then it may be a good one for you, but for the long terms, those who are looking for totally shorts, totally longs, right, those kind of things, it may not be a perfect place to open your positions in this kind of situations, right? Okay, so most probably I'll be seeing firstly market Bitcoin, gold market to reach for the $4,570 and more than that one as well, right? Okay, but this is never a good entry for me while right now the market is moving in a upper side, okay? So I won't be doing anything. So once it happens to clear a down and downside and try to push an upper side, then only I'll try to open one long positions, all right? Till this level, at least I can trace it till this levels, right? So 1% on upper side, yeah, okay. If you're holding a little bit longs, right? Okay, see whether the Bitcoin is able to hold above this support levels or not. This is the support level that you have, right? So at least you can target this levels, right? Firstly, okay. I'm sorry, yeah. Okay, firstly you can target this levels, right? And if it happens to move on upper side, then might be a good one on upper side. You're assuming that the breakdown towards the downside is when why I'm saying risky one, this one, you're assuming that right now this one cannot be broken down below this levels, right? You're expecting the price to reverse in this levels, all right? Okay, and move up on the upper side, all right? Okay. All right, so far so cool. Okay, those who have problems understanding it, all right, if you are not able to understand the risks, you can always message me over here, all right? So a little bit risky trade today, all right, for the longs one, all right, on a Bitcoin, okay, but nothing much to worry. If it works at perfectly risky, confident, I have different levels, right? Okay, so you make sure that if it happens to close below this levels, your longs is getting invalid, all right? So market shouldn't close below this levels, okay? If it happens to close below this levels, rather than getting a long one, you will get a small scalping towards the downside, all right? One short scalping can be activated below this levels, whereby you might like to trace a small move on a downside, all right? But I'm not operating any short positions right now, all right? With the level of level of this sideways, little bit sideways in a smaller time frame, okay, I'm taking advantage to open our long positions. Once it gets passes above this levels, right, it is going to be a little bit more confident for me to open a. So once it opens above this levels, okay, breaks above this level, I will be a little bit more confident to open our long positions on upper side, right? So my level of TPs will be, okay, firstly I might like to trace this one, okay, then go for the upper side. All right. So what it have done at the same time, so it shouldn't close below these levels, right? If it happens to close below these levels, your longs get invalid, right? Okay, it should get rejection from here and go up and try to break above these levels, then only your longs is valid, right? You understand me what I mean to say? Okay. Will it go down or up? The short below these levels, if it happens to get rejection and breaks out on upper side, long above that level. All right. So this is what it is going to be. All right. So far so clear, guys. Hope that is not giving you any confusions, right? So just understand the market and try to trade accordingly, right, guys? Nothing financial advisor. All right. So far so clear, guys. All right. Just accordingly you can plan it. All right. In case if it happens to go up and break out above this, closes above this level, that's your long getting confident, right? But in fact, if it happens to never go back, then your long one becomes invalid. Because why? You have a support in this levels broken down and you are going for the retest and it broke down below this levels. Now it is not a valid right now. All right. Okay, let it close below. Okay, let it close the candles first. Okay. If it closes below this level, then it is not a valid long for you all. All right. It closes below this one. Now it's not valid. All right. So you need to wait for the price to come up above these levels. Then only we can scalp one long positions on upper side. Yeah. It's not valid now. Okay. Your longs is not getting valid. It closes below this levels whereby market is going for the bearish. Okay. So risky level. All right. Confident level once it confirms upper side. That's all. All right. Okay. For the gold it is coming down. All right, let it come down, closes below this level first. Okay, then only you can operate one long positions or short position, whatever it is, right? Yeah. It is coming down to this levels. All right, trying to move up again. So inside this one, let me delete this one for you all. All right, so you are inside the side with this triangle for now. All right, this market can move to these levels. So always better if you don't open any positions in these levels for the gold right now. All right, if you open, it might like to bash you off as well. All right, giving you a long positions. If you have opened a long position in this level, all right, you are taken down towards the downside again. All right, again if you open a long, I mean like short positions, again you are going to swap it, right? So this thing happens for the gold. So this is never a good positions place to open you all a trade on a gold, right? So far so cool. Gold, yeah, Roselle, whatever gold, please. All right. Gold, it is forming a squeeze candle in these levels, right? If you have been listening to the bigger time frame, you just wait for the bigger time frame to clear on one side. All right. So most probably gold, what I will be expecting is firstly price moving on upper side to these levels, right? Okay. Market trying to push up to these levels, right? Getting faked out and dropping below these levels. I can go for a big shots on the downside. Then I start planning only for the short. Pull back shot, pull back shot, pull back shot, pull back shot. All right. In fact, if it happens to rather than closing below this levels, if it happens to get rejection and closes above, right? So after giving you all this long trap, right? So after breaking out on upper side, right? So if it happens to never close below this one, all right, and if it happens to close above, then you might like to see an upper side. But most probably, I think the longs are going to trap in this levels and try to move for the shorter side, right? So this is what I feel. Okay, what is it? All right, so shorter ones, longs are invalid right now because of this move. Okay. So once it happens to come to this level, then only I can go for one scalping and its upper side is steal. All right, so let it play around. All right, once it comes to the zone, then only I can scalp it with more confident above this levels. All right, okay, but if it happens to never come down, then I cannot open any shots for long position in this levels. Right, okay guys. That will be on a shorter only. So I have explained you all why I'm not opening short positions in this levels right now. In fact, so if it happens to give me the pullbacks on upper side firstly, okay, so pull back on upper side firstly, after that pullback, if it gets on the downside, then I'll started shorting it all the way towards the downside. All right, okay, maybe towards the 61,000 to $62,000. All right, all the shorter move only I'll be looking for. All right, once it happens to clear out from the pullback or whatever it is, right? So I have given you all the information. This is the confident level of short positions from this below this block of the green block, right? Below this level, it is confident short for you all right, towards the downside. But I'll short it once. If it never happens to give me the pullback, I'm not going to short it, all right? If it happens to give me the retest from the top, right? So from the certain levels, right? Then only I will try to short or go for the bigger short on a downside. Otherwise, I won't be able to short in this levels. Rather, I wait it, all right, or I miss the chance, right, for the bigger moves, all right, towards the downside. We have a bear move, right? Okay. We have a bear big crash down towards the downside. All right. So once it clears out this levels, okay, this levels, all right. So goes back and try to break below this levels, then only I will be able to short it towards this zone. All right, then I'll think permanently short and a crash towards the $62,000. Right, for now, though this is very confident trade towards the downside, first retest for me, then only setups, retest for me, then setups. Right, so accordingly I will be planning my shorter ones. All right, so we are inside this pullback zone whereby market can give you all anytime a pullback as well. Right, okay. So where we will be expecting the pullbacks, right? Expecting a pullbacks, right? Pullbacks, confident pullback is above this levels for me, right? Okay, confident level of pullback above. When the price passes above this level, then I will expect pullback to $71,653, right? It is bearish, I understand totally, right? For the scalpers, okay, once it clears out this levels on upper side, if it happens to hold above these levels, right? Right now market have given you all the towards the downside move, okay. Once it happens to clear out from this levels, at least I can target this one 0.89 percentage scalping on upper side, right? So for us, right, for the scalpers, though market moves up and down, if it is on the right opportunity, right setups, then we might like to take it anyways, right? Even if it is short or on an upper side, it doesn't matter whether the market is moving and all the way towards 1 lakh, all right, $100,000, or it is moving to all the way towards the $20,000. Just wait for the perfect move. All right. Okay, guys, so far so cool. Hope that is understandable for me. So I have a zone whereby I can open my long positions right now. All right. So I have a downside as well, but I'm not opening any short positions on a downside. All right. Okay. So far so clear, guys. So let it drop all the way towards downside. All right. Even if it drops towards the downside, I'll just let it flow. This is what I mean to say. So opportunity is always going to be there. Don't nothing much to worry. All right. So downside, lovely one on a downside, but I haven't been taking any short positions right now. All right, guys. This is what I mean to say. I haven't been taking any long short positions. Let it flow. I miss it. I miss it the shots. All right. There was a setup, but I missed this one. All right. So far so clear. You think back to 72 to 73 before going lower? Yeah, Even if it doesn't goes, then I'm not going to short it. If it goes for the pullback and clears out from the pullback, then only I'll start thinking for the short all the way towards downside. Okay, a little bit particular, right? So below this zone, it is going to be dangerous for us to open up short long positions as well. All right, in this liquidity drop, right? We can't open a long positions in this levels. All right, so if you open, it is going to be risky. All right, lovely towards the downside right now. So it may or may not give the pullback as well, right? If it gives, we take it. If it doesn't give, we don't take it, right? This is the decisions. All right, guys. It is creating lower low, lower low, right? Small sideways zone was observed in this level. Do you think it's going to come back? I don't know. I also don't know, right? If it comes back, we'll take it. If it doesn't come back, then we don't take it, right? So this is the levels. All right. This is the decisions that we are taking in. Lovely on the shorter side. Okay. That was lovely on the shorter side. So since we don't have any levels to check in this level for the scalpers, right? So I cannot take any shots in this level. So this is what I mean to say. All right. We in fact we have a long time back candles from this levels, right? Whereby I can see the references, but nothing below this levels in this level, right? I cannot take any references from where I can trade. Okay. For the scalping, I don't have any references below this levels whereby I can take the shortest one. All right. Above one, I have a reference, so I can take it the short upper side, long side once it clears out on upper side, right? Okay, guys, this is what I mean to say. For the BT, all right. For the gold, right, guys? For the gold, if you are getting confused, you don't have any levels on a gold. It have been giving you all the squeeze levels of squeezed, all the price are getting squeezed in this level. Just be careful. Long side and short side are both getting are going to get squeezed in this levels, right? Wait for the price to come down first. Okay. At least if it comes down till this level, then it might be below this level, it might be one position for you all, but inside this box, let it flow up and down, up and down, up and down, right? For the scalpers on a gold, right? Okay, it is not a good level to trade in this level, I feel. All right, this is what I feel. One shorter can be traced. Okay, once it goes all the way on upper side, again breaks out and comes down below this one. All right, but inside this one, you cannot take any trades for me. All right, for now, I cannot take any trades as in the 5 minutes. All right, it will try to remove your SL for long as well as stop shots. All right, not able to pass a pop right now, Bitcoin. Let's wait for a few more minutes, right, and see what will happen. Creating lower lows in a new space, right? New space, big space is half. It can drop all the way towards downside as well, but I'm not taking it any because I don't have any references for the shorter one on this levels of move. This level, I don't have any references for the scalpers. If you are trading for a big time frame, you have a references. You can have a reference from here, right, to trade it, right? Okay. For the scalping one, I don't have any candles formation in this level, so I cannot make any analysis in this levels right now. Okay. So just the only thing I can do is once it confirms my confidence level, then I might like to go with the one long positions on upper side. Yeah. So below this levels, it will be risky to always risky to open any positions. All right, guys. Okay, if you are opening it, it will be very risky. You might like to get the profits, but it will be always risky below this levels of green move. All right. Hi, Logamani. Hi, good morning, good evening, brother. Good evening. Those who are watching me for the first time, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Lovely short setup for you all, but just a second, right, guys? Okay, let me eat and come back for you all. So far, so clear, guys. Hi, Logamani, everyone. Hi, brothers and sisters, everyone. All right. Okay, I haven't been taking a setups right now. All right. Once it happens to clear out on upper side, I might like to take it. Downside, it might like to drop all the way towards the downside as well. Okay. I'm not taking because for the scalping, I don't have any reference to take any trades on this levels for the smaller time frame. All right. Okay. That might be a newer hires or with the reference of bigger time frame, newer laws, right? New laws for you all. Okay. But I'm not taking any risks on a downside right now. All right, guys. Okay. So I shall wait for the price to break out on upper side, then only I can take one trades on upper side. All right. So if it happens to get rejection from here, okay, till this level, I will be able to take it, okay, with the reference of previous support, right, guys, okay. Till this levels, I will be able to take the shots, right? But from below this one, I don't know till where it can flow towards the downside. Yes, this is what I mean to say. So till this, since it have a previous support, it got a rejection till this levels, I can take the trade. All right. From here, I don't have reference to take on a downside for the scalping. All right. This is what I mean to say. All right, guys. So far, so cool, guys. Just a second. All right. I'm getting a call. Hello. So let's wait if we see any opportunities coming in, right? Or drop all the way towards downside. That is also very possible, right? We never know still where it can goes towards the downside in these levels. We never knows, right? So we may not get the long opportunities right now. It have become invalid since it have broken down below this levels, right? Because of that one, it have become invalid, right? Okay, so one risky positions can be activated once it clears out this levels, right? Okay, then we might like to say aggressively looking for the long one, because I don't have any short idea where I can open my shots as well, right? Or for the scalpers, right? Till where it can flow towards the downside. If we take the reference of the previous one, right? So previous candles that it have formed in a long time back, right, guys? Okay, in fact, if it have a reference from the previous candles as well, okay, in these levels, all right. So the next support is below this levels, right? It may go or may not go till the support as well, right? So I don't know whether it is going to go till this levels or not. All right, okay. So previous is, so that is the we have from the April 7th April's references only, all right, whereby we can trade on the downside, all right. If you have been following a bigger time frame, that might be advantage for you all to go for the shots or the for the scalpers, okay. So nothing much to be seen in these levels right now, okay. Only that might be aggressive shots all the way towards the downside as well. We never knows. All right, guys, okay. Once it comes out to our zone, then only we can activate our positions on upper side. All right. So this is the reason why I'm not opening any shots on a right now on a downside. All right, okay. So wait for your zone, right? Just wait for my zone. If it happens to come, I take it. If it never comes, I don't take it at all. All right. All those levels below this level is going to be risky. If you are taking it, your longs, right? All risky levels, all right. In fact, risk always comes with a reward, but we are not sure that whether the price is moving on upper side or not, because the price have been aggressively planning on a downside. We are not trying to trace on a downside moves, right? Okay, on a downside we are not planning to trace anything, all right. So newer high, lower lows it have been creating on a downside, all right. Okay, so if you have been tracing your shots, right, shots, so till this levels, from when it gets rejection till this level will be traced from here till where it is moving on a downside. Also, I also don't have idea. I cannot make you guarantee that it will go or not. Also, right. So it's risky below for me. All right. You might be thinking that it's going down aggressively, but why I'm not taking, right? In fact, these are the reasons that I'm not taking on a downside right now. All right. One pullback is left. One, I don't know whether that the reference is going to happen or not. All right. But in fact, if it happens to go on upper side and get a rejection from the top, at least I can trace these levels on a downside. Now I have one reference in these levels. All right. So in these levels, I have one reference move, right? So because of that move, right? So if it happens to get rejection from here, aggressively plan on a downside, at least still these levels, I short it, right? If it happens to get rejection from here, right? Rather than longing, right? If it happens to give me the rejection, then at least I can scalp 0.3736 percentage, all right, with a reference towards the downside, right? This moves, okay. No idea till where it can go towards the downside, all right. In fact, we haven't been trading anything right now, okay. So now gold have came down towards the downside. All right, it have broken down towards the downside. So I'll be waiting for the price to break out on upper side. Okay, I have one reference on upper side whereby I can take one long positions, right, with a reference from this levels, right. So we have, this was the support that was broken out. All right. And All right, if it happens to move on upper side, one long can be traced from here to this levels, right? Okay, if it happens to come, if it doesn't come, then I don't know, right? Okay, so below this levels is going to be risky one. All right, so once it passes the confident levels, all right, confident level, like breakout on upper side and do a small retest, at least this levels will be traced from here. If it happens to do a small retest, I can trace this one, right? Okay, simple. So let's not try to make it complicated. We just wait for the perfect positions to come in, right? For the shorters, if you have been planning shorters, you have the references, right? So in fact, if it happens to get a rejection from here rather than going on upper side, right? If it happens to get a rejection from here and closes below this one, the one short can be traced on a downside for the scalpings. Okay, one risky long can be traced below once it clears below this levels, right? Okay, if it happens to give you all the pullback, if it happens to give go directly towards downside, I don't try to take those kind of trades. All right, only once it clears out, then only it will give us more confidence to trade on that zone. All right, so why I'm trying to trade above this level on a long side, all right, for the gold once it clears out on these levels. Okay, because this is the levels whereby market have tried to break out on upper side and retested once, right? Okay, well, this move is given. If it happens to do the second retest again, I can expect the price to move at least till the previous high, right? If it breaks above that level, I can trace it all the way towards the upper side, but at least till this is levels, right? I can trace one long positions on upper side. Okay, guys, for the gold. All right, it have moved a little bit right now on a five minutes time frame. Let's see whether it holds above or not. If it's not, if difficult to see on the bigger time frame, we can go with a smaller time frame, that is 5 minutes time frame. Okay, and check it out, right? This levels. So breaking out on upper side. Okay, so from this level it will be a little bit risky. Once it passes above these levels, your trade can be more confident on upper side on the gold as well, right? BT not able to move from here. Okay, got a rejection once more time. 1 minute time frame. Nothing much we are doing, but just trying to analyze the market right now. All right, not taking any setups, right? Okay. It is planning on a downside aggressively, planning lower low, lower low, lower low, which is towards the downside. Okay. BT downside, I have not planned anything, some guys. Okay, shorter ones, $69,000. If it happens to get rejection from here, I can plan one. All right, towards the downside. All right, till this level, shots. All right, but if it passes above, I'll open long and go on upper side. Okay. Scalping only, scalping, guys. No long holding trades, guys. La 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 la. It broke down from these levels, right? Small scalping might be there towards the downside for the gold. All right, it broke down below these levels. If you take the reference of these levels, there will be scalping towards the downside in this level. First TP in these levels, right? second TP, but I'm not taking guys anything over here. If you are taking it right for the shorter ones, okay, I will be waiting for the longer ones once it clears out on upper side. Okay. Tiki 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 tiki. Let's see, guys. All right. Let's see what will do. Market will do. Gold, BT aggressively downside. Aggressively moving on a downside. Your long ones are invalid, guys. Okay. BT planning $68,950. It have reached on the downside. Crashes towards the downside. Okay. So if you have been trading on a downside, well and good, right, guys? Okay. I have missed this positions from this levels only, right? This levels all the way to a 0.61 percentage on a downside. Nothing much to worry. All right. It's better to get bored. Downside, lower loss, lower loss. Market try to break out on a downside. Okay. This one can be risky long. Okay. You are taking into consideration that it will go up and breaking out on upper side. Okay. So you have a previous support in this levels, right? In fact, if it gets a rejection from this levels, right, then you are going to drop down. If it clears out on upper side, you are going to go on upper side. Okay. So if you are scalping, right, so above this level, this is going to be this level is going to be risky one. So 0.22 percentage that you'll be getting on upper side, right, guys? Okay. It came down, broke out towards the downside. We make sure it goes down and doesn't close us below this levels. Okay. If it closes below, then again it was going to create you all the lower lows. So what we can do it, we just wait for the price to move on upper side till this level, then confident. Below this levels is going to be risky only to take trades for the longs, right? Because market have been planning aggressively towards the downside, and if you are planning for the long on upper side, it's going to be riskier. No opportunity for me to scalp for now. Let me keep this one as a risky long. I'm not planning any short setups, guys. Okay. In fact, if it happens to get rejection from here and closes up an upper side, one long can be traced. Why is BTC falling continuously? Pravesh. Pravesh. It is a SL removal liquidity for all the longs that we have on a bigger time frame. Okay, daily time frame. So it will try to remove all the longs one. Okay, only this much I know. On a bigger time frame, it should be like on a bigger time frame, we are getting back from the breakout this levels, right? The support we have a support in this levels, right? People brought it over here, people brought it over here, people brought it over here, boom, on upper side. People brought it over here, boom, on upper side. People again try to buy in this levels and this levels, right? If you happen to see on a trend, this is exactly the level that you have people have been starting buying, right? Trying to remove all the longs one. Okay, people will buy from here also when we see the trend support, right? In the support usually people tries to buy, right? So people brought it over there. Okay, market aggressively plan to remove them all the liquidity, all right? And at the same time we can see that this was the previous support that we have. It was broken down on a downside, retested again, all right? So this is the next level of retest that we have, right? So I'll be shorting once it goes on upper side and retest. If it confirms, then only I'm going to short it towards the downside and try trace towards the 61 to $62,000, right? But after the retest only, if retest always first for me, then only I can plan it. Otherwise I cannot plan any shots on the downside right now, all right? So I'll wait for, I'll just confirm it before it. Hello. Oh, हाँ खत्म रहेछ ना किटहरु ए ल ल पढे ल so we can just plan it, all right? We can just plan it only, all right, for the longs in case if it reverse it, right? For the shorter ones, there is a lot of move on a downside. That's all the way towards $62,000 as well, all right? But we will plan shots only once I try to confirm it, right? Once I try to confirm it. La, 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 la. BTC 18.5 minute. This is what I can do. If it happens to get faked out in these levels and try to break down downside, longs will get again squeezed. Okay. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Let's see whether it comes up or not. Okay, it have broken out on upper side, right? So we wait for these levels to break out on upper side, okay, for the confident longs. All right. It have broken out to our level, all right, for the gold. So just wait for the confirmations in these levels, right? Once it confirms it, then it will be good one to go for the long on gold as well. All right. Your stop losses should be below these levels. For the scalpers, you are waiting for the confident level on upper side, okay? Longing from here will be risky one, okay? In fact, risk always comes with the rewards, right? We are taking into consideration that it will break out on upper side from these levels. Planning long from this one will be risky one, okay, guys? Risky always comes with a reward, all right? It's not giving any opportunities for the long guys. One breakout, those who are trying to buy in the breakout, it just trying to squeeze them only, squeeze them, creating lower loss on the downside. Yeah. Okay. Again, invalid. All right. Again, invalid on a 1 minute time frame. Invalid right now. Wait, guys, wait. If you are waiting for with me for the longs, you need to wait. All right. Otherwise, downside, and I cannot plan it anything. All right. Dropping. Bitcoin is dropping crazy, guys. 68,900, 67, 66,000. There's crazy drop on a Bitcoin. One shot have been planned from here, but I didn't do this levels to this level only because I don't know whether the Bitcoin is still where it is moving on a downside. Yeah, downside move I don't know for the Bitcoin. Gold stock. Wait for this level, guys, if you want a confident one. Otherwise, it will be invalid as well for the gold as well. It clears down below these levels. Wait, patience. No opportunities, guys. Long, no opportunities today. No opportunity is found right now. Crazy drop. Hi, Adisan. All right, Adisan. Welcome, brothers. Welcome, welcome. We are just waiting. We haven't done anything right now. All right. In case if we get opportunities, we'll try to get it one. All right, get it done. If we don't get, we just let it flow. All right. Gold, 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 gold. Gold have a nearer one, in fact, not like BT, but it have nearer one references to open longs or shorts. Previous references prices, guys. Wait, wait, wait. If it clears below this level, next support $4,504. If it happens to get rejection from this level and clears below this level, gold, you will get one short position still this level firstly. Okay. If it happens to 0.2% scalping on a downside. If it happens to get rejection from this level and clears below this one, right? Small price actions, all right, you'll get scalping towards this level, all right. But if it happens to break out on upper side, you cannot, all right. So just wait for the price, what it will do. Got rejection from this level. If it clears below that one, you are getting good scalp on a downside, all right. So we are taking reference on 15 minutes, right? This is was a support. It clears below this one, got a rejection from the top, right? Got a rejection from the top on the gold. If it clears below this one, you are getting one short scalping on a downside, all right, for the gold, all right. You're just taking a reference of this level only, the previous level. Once it clears out towards the downside, okay, TP1 over here, TP2 over here. One scalping can be traced on a gold towards the downside. If it happens to clear down the previous low. Let's get back to the 5 minutes. Gold, guys, this is on gold. Whether you see whether that clears out on a downside or not. It have already closed below on a 5 minutes, all right, below this level. If it closes below the previous low, I think it's good to want to short it till this level, all right. Wait for the price. Wait for the price to come down. 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 one more step towards the downside. Scalping only, guys. TP1 will be this one. Small scalping is all only left in this level. Not closing below right now. So what we have looked into this level is, guys, previous low, there was a support in these levels, right? Market tried to break out towards downside. Market tried to get a rejection from the top, and if it clears below the previous low, recent low, then you'll get a one shot on a downside. Okay. In fact, if it doesn't close below on a 5 minutes, 15 minutes time frame, since you are following the 15 minutes time frame, okay, if it doesn't closes below, you won't get this scalping on a downside. Okay, just wait for the confirmations, right, on the upper side as well as on a downside. Upper side, once it closes above on 5 minutes time frame, you are getting confident, right? On 1 minute, I think you have already broken out on upper side, so quick scalping can be traced. Closing below, gold, lovely, super. Okay, BT coming to the risky zone. All right. See whether that closes above or not. If it closes up, then you will get one long positions, guys. Okay, coming to my zone. Let's see. Just passed up. Got rejection once more. 1 minute time frame. Cause see, BT playing around. It shouldn't pass above this level. BT, I mean like gold. Little bit difficult to trade today. All right, difficult to find setups. All right, in fact, price is playing around a bit. The sentiments are more than the price moves. Gold and BT. Patience, guys, patience. Zero point 0.356 percentage. Hi guys, it's getting bored, but in fact, you are learning something else. I hope you are learning it right. Okay, let's see whether it breaks out on upper side or not. It gets confident for us. All right. Lovely. Clears is off. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Got a huge rejection. 50 left in the zone, which is cleared. All right. Got a huge rejection. 0.35. Okay, got a rejection and dumps downside again. Okay. So for now, okay, for now, BTC shouldn't close below these levels. Again, it is going to be bearish. If it closes below these levels, then BTC will trace this one. All right. Okay. This one. Then again, a newer lows. All right. This is the average point whereby BTC, if it is planning on upper side, usually the strong side should be above these levels. All right. It should pass above these levels and try to break out on upper side and move on upper side. If it closes below this my level of line, then again it is going to bearish, right, till this level. And again, if it breaks out from this level, then boom, towards the downside, right? Risky longs are not working right now. Longs are squeezed. Lovely. No rejection. Come on. Got a rejection again, guys. One more time. One more time. One more time. One more time. Let's go one more time. BD, 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 BD. Got a rejection, guys. Let it close. BT, 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 BT. So in this level, guys, what I feel is, okay, trying to make our inverted head and shoulder pattern, as well as we have a bull side and upper side. Okay, if it crosses below this, above these levels, it needs to move back to this levels, right? Again, you have one resistance, okay, two resistance. All right. So above this level, it is going to be a confident for me. All right. Okay, so in this levels, market have two options whether the BT should follow the liquidations on a downside. All right, one is liquidations on a downside, which we don't have anything on a downside right now. All right, the market can plan for the liquidation, swap you all the towards the downside, or give you a huge profits, right, on upper side. Okay, it is the only two things that the BT can do in this levels, right? Okay, it got a huge reduction from the top and comes down. All right, right now on a 1 minute time frame. All right, so on a 5 minutes time frame, you see market tries to on a market never tries to close above this, right, guys, on a 5 minute time frame. Okay. Again going bearish, right, guys? The last hope for the BT to move up on upper side. TP, 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 TP. So two levels, two things the BT can do over here, right? Either liquidate everyone and take out everyone, right? Or BT plan for the upper side and give you the bull side and upper side. Okay. A risky trade, not working right now. Came down and heated your SL, right? 0.23 percentage, right? Not working, guys. Right now, bears are so aggressive. All right. Your SL is done, right? Way above these levels. Hello. Yes. सकेको छैन नि हौ आउनु नि हौ लेपा पनि आउँछ एकछिनमा आउनु नि Gold is giving a little bit move for you all, right? Okay. Gold giving you a little bit move, but BT is not giving you any moves right now for your long moves, right, guys? Okay. Where is it? Okay. Yeah. Gold is giving you a little bit move on a downside. First TP book in this levels, and you might like to have smalls. Only scalping, guys. Okay. Small scalpings, not big holding trades. All right. Small scalpings can be dressed. BT is doing nonsense, right, guys? BT is seriously dropping, crashing all the way towards downside. Damn crazy liquidations on a downside. Again, giving you hope for the long ones. Again, try to drop downside, right? Not working, guys, today. So nothing much, guys. Okay. So BT couldn't take much trades, right? But gold might be a small move given, right? Nothing much today, right? No good profits. No good profits, guys. No good profits. Gold playing around a bit. TP1, TP2, TP3 accordingly you can hold for the gold. Stop loss, try to move in the smaller 0.09 percentage only. All right. First thing is to reduce your risks, right? For the gold. BT is crazy towards downside. We cannot say anything. Till where it is dropping, I also don't know, guys. All right. So just be careful, right, guys, when you open your long shots, whatever it is, right? Okay. I'm not saying anything for the shots because I don't have information as well, right? Okay, till where it can drop all the way. Can drop very big towards the downside at the same time. Guys. One SL done for the risky long, right, guys? Over here, I think if you have opened it. BTC is playing dirty game coming for the BTC. I have a lots of plans for the BTC, okay, even if it breaks down towards the downside, but I don't have TPs for BTC, right? Where till where it can go, all right? There is lots of setups for the BT to move on a downside, okay? Lots of short setups can be traced, but I have no information still where the BT can flow on a downside, so I'm not going to go for the shorter one, all right? It's not that we are not finding the setups for the charts, but I don't have any information till where the BT can drop because like I don't have any references in these levels right now. Okay, for the BTs. This is what I mean to say. All right. Oh, that was tiring day. In fact, guys. Okay. So just waiting. Right. So in this level, we try to open one long positions again. BT tries to fake this out and no confirmations, right? No good confirmations. That was risky long, in fact, and it tried to drop you all the way towards the downside. All right. Those who have planned it towards downside, maybe with the reference of previous supports and previous prices, it might be planning towards the downside, right? No idea for now. All right, guys. मेरा मन क्यों झुक जाए ये बंधन. Let's wait for a few minutes more, right? If we see any reversal, we'll try to open one long, all right? If we don't see anything, then we'll close up with the today's program, all right, guys? Okay, because we don't have any moves. Downside, it is planning on a downside, but I don't have any setups on a downside till where it can move, right, guys? Okay, so maybe blindly you can go for, right, or or take the reference from the previous one. All right, lots of setups is being found for the downside, but no references of the prices that I can see, right? So maybe from the long time back, previous month, if I take over there, and mine might like to see, but currently I can't see any references, right? Dropping, 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 dropping all the way towards downside. Loss up, drop down. Let's do one thing. मेरा मन क्यों झुक जाए What's this, guys? Getting bored, guys. Getting bored. It's good. You guys are getting bored, all right? Risky long can be from here as well, but don't take it, guys. I don't know whether the price is going to reverse or not. No idea right now. Again, what if it fakes out like this one, right? Again, you will get bashed off. Getting back to the support, all right? Getting back to the support. Orangi, orangi nache, orangi, orangi, orangi nache, orangi. Now, invalid again. Closes below this one, creates new lows, right? Let's see last move. All right, guys, we'll plan this one. Then if it closes above, then if it doesn't gives us any positions in upper side, we might like to close this, all right, live stream, and we'll come back tomorrow with a better opportunity. We won't do anything in this level right now. All right, once it closes above, we'll try to open one risky long from here, and we'll try to hold above these levels, right? If it gives us same on upper side, well and good. If it doesn't gives, right, then we might like to close for today, right? Okay, let's wait for a few minutes, right? Let's see whether it gives or not. Couldn't break above right now. Couldn't close above. So we have been tracing this move from this level only, right, guys? Okay, we are waiting for this moves on the upper side, one confident a little more, and we have a bigger upper side, right, which is very confident for us, right, clearing out on a pullback zone, right? Lots of pending orders on upper side for the long ones, right? Hope we don't get bashed off this time. Again, close below. Just wait a second now, guys. Put in close. Patience, patience, patience. You need a lot of energy to stay like this, guys. It's very hard, you know, in a market like this. Okay, market planning aggressively on a downside, and you're waiting for the reversal, which means very risky at the same time. If you get a good reversal, right? But it is energy draining, guys. Energy draining a lot. Waiting for the confirmations, waiting for the confirmations, fake out again, waiting for the confirmations, fake out again. Very trapped market. Yeah, that's correct. It is giving you the short because on the scalpings you don't have any reference on the short side. Because those who are taking on the shots also, they also, I think it will be very difficult for them. For me it will be very difficult because I don't know whether till where I can hold it towards downside. Should I wait it for the long time frames support, or just keep keep it over there, right? So I will have no informations over there, right? Okay. Till where I can book the profits, right? I have lots of entry on the shots right now, all right? Lots of entry. Even if it gets rejection from here and closes below this one, I can open the shots. But till where I can open the shot, till where I can hold the shots, I have no informations for that one, guys. So I'm not doing that one, okay? Observe it, let's observe it, observe it, observe it. Patience. So again, if it closes below this levels, you'll get short, but I have no idea till where I can hold this short. This is the problem, guys. Okay, if it closes below, I can open the short, but till where it will go down, till this levels, or till this level, or till this level, very long towards the downside. I have no idea for that one. All right. Maybe if you try to see with small, slowly, it is pushing towards downside. Yeah, guys. BTC continues falling from 4,000, no pullback coming. Yeah, have you seen that? So we're just waiting for small scalpings, right? Let's see. But I think this should be because like what I feel is because this is the long removal move, so it's not giving you all the only the pull, not giving you the pullbacks. If it is giving you a pullback and going towards downside, it can last for a week or months also, right? Because the structure is complete. But if the structure is incomplete, it may not last very long, right? This is what I feel. It may be true or not, but this is what I feel, all right? If it is not giving you the structures, all right, then it is sure for it's not giving the opportunity for the shots. At the same time, okay, those who are holding for a big amount, those who wanted to go for the professional moves, they will wait for the pullback and retest, right? But it haven't been giving a good pullbacks or anything else, right? So for that one, so that is for 100% sure that that is a removal for the longs, right? Those who have already opened long, you just want to go for that to break it out, right? Take it out then, right? Creating newer lows, and keeps moving in a downside. Again, plant on a downside. BT. Just wait, right? What we can do is just wait to take a single trade. So we're just becoming invalid. Bitcoin is making it invalid, invalid, right? We have been tracing from this level only on that upper side. If it happens to give, if it happens to give, if it happens to give, if it happens to give over here, couldn't give. Mm. If it closes below this levels, then again that will create you all the new lows. Closes below, but I don't have targets for you all. Maybe this is this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. No idea, guys. Closes below, making this invalid again. So 7,600. Now it will go 7,600. Maybe possible. All right, that's also possible. 67,000. Go up to 7,600. That may be possible. Not aggressive on the downside, right? If you see the previous reference, so try to break out. I don't know. Should we do with the previous reference, guys? I'm not taking trades right now. Closes to $7,965, right? Aggressively Bitcoin planning on a downside. No clue. No clue of getting back, guys. Couldn't take any trades right now. So I think to move on the downside, if it fakes out this longs, right, then it might like to give you a bigger dumps, right? Big dump on a downside. Please long. It is not giving check 1 month's chart. Yeah, let me check the what. It's not giving any long opportunities, brothers and sisters, right? We have been waiting for the longs, but it is not giving any opportunity for the long right now. Okay, you'll get one long in case if it happens to close above, right? But it is not able to close up at all, guys. It's not able to close up. 5 minutes time frame, it keeps getting you the swap towards the downside. Okay, keeps giving you swap. No clue till where it can move on a downside, right? 1 month, all right, is about is what. So for a month, right? So if we are checking on a month, right? Let me clear this off. If BT falls below this one, BT is going to be very crazy, guys, towards downside. In a month, this is what we see. So what? If it fails below $67,268 on a monthly time frame, guys, okay? If it fails below that one, BT is going to crash all the way towards the. This is what we see in a month time frame. But in fact, if it happens to get a rejection from here, okay, if it happens to get a rejection from here and closes above this levels for a bigger time frame, $76,000, then you might like to see a good move on upper side. $76,000 is a monthly time frame support resistance that we can see right now. All right. Okay, and a month, this is what we see is about. Can't find anything over there. But if we check this resistance wise, right? This resistance wise, market have tried to break out on upper side. Okay, this is the retest. This it's being done, right? Once it clears out above these levels, right? I don't know. Bitcoin is giving in no single pullback right now. Okay, $71,205. At least we can expect the price to move up till this level firstly, right? And if it clears out 7%, right, $76,000, then I was expecting price to move on upper side, right? But no clue of moving back. Aggressive downside move monthly time frame as well, right? Whether Bitcoin should go to the 50,000 on a monthly, all right, or should get rejection from here and push up on upper side, still higher low. So let's see whether it gets rejection from here or closes below this one for a monthly time frame, and only we will be able to identify, I guess. So I think I have taken the two trades in it today on our longs. I was planning on a longs only, all right, which I was getting squeezed again and again. Let's get back to the week. Just a second, guys. I'll be back. Washroom. What's it doing? Okay, so that was a huge drop on the downside, guys. Huge drop. That's crazy drop. So it looks very aggressive. Aggressively planning on a downside, right? Small moves, creating lower lows, and planning on a downside, right, guys? This is what we see. Okay, let's get back to the 4 hour time frame firstly. So 4 hour time frame, if it happens to drop, we see this level $68,000. This is the level whereby Bitcoin can drop all the way to its downside. Okay, $68,053. All right. If we see the previous reference, all right, we cannot see anything in these levels, but previous reference, we can see $68,076 is the point. All right. I was waiting for the small drop down, a small retest, which have not given for the pullback, which should be given for the uh, downside move. It didn't give the pullback as well, right? Aggressively downside, right? From the trend. The drops, it should be dropping till $68,145 according to the previous reference that we have, right, guys? Will it drop or not? Hello, let's go. Was waiting for the message in the community. Hey, Johnson. Okay, so we are getting bashed off from the market. In fact, we are not getting opportunities right now. Okay, aggressively planning on upper side was not working. It not getting a perfect setups. All right, aggressively. Without single pullback, market tries to drop. So guys, I think that's all for today because we are not able to get much opportunities. It's planning on a downside aggressively, okay, and no pullback. Otherwise, we would have got some edge to cling on, right, to hook, right. Okay, we got one over here, but one over here, but not that good, right, guys? Okay, no edge to cling on, right? Market, if it drops, it can drop 68,000, guys. All right, all the way towards downside. If it wants to give you all the aggressive move towards downside, right? 68,000 can be seen in these levels. 5 minutes as well. We don't see any clink level. No plans right now, guys. I don't have plans for short, but my confidence level are left so long on upper side, which means price needs to work out so needs to get back so high to open my longs, right? See my confident longs, right? In case if it happens to open go up, then only I will be able to take some trades for the longs. For the shorts, all right, now you have a reference, okay, in this level. Once you get rejection from this level, then might like to come to this levels, right? In fact, if it happens to give the rejection from the top, if it gives the pullback, because it is not giving any edge to open long as well as short, guys, for you all right, if you have planned a long-term short on a downside, that is well and good. For the scalpers, I don't see any good moves for you all. In fact, in a 1 minute time frame, let's try to find it out, right? If you see anything, right? Yeah, a 1 minute time frame. trying to close above this level, you'll try to get one longs, right? But I may not be holding very long in this levels, right? If it gets faked out, then again, I don't know, guys. Not very confident. It will be very risky in these levels. In fact, I'm not very confident on a longs now. Okay, it closes above, right? At least we can trace these levels, right? On a long one. If it keeps getting rejection, then market no hope on a long side. See, one small two candles and five six candles on the downside. Small candles drop down, right? Trading lower lows, right? Hello, garments in pare. Oh, के ल्याउने र सुर्तीको टुक्रा छ त्यहाँ लिएर आऊ किचनमा ल सकेको छ नि खै आउँदै आएन तिमी आउँदै आएन तिमी आउँदै आएन भनेको आहा यहाँ मार्केट ठिक छैन ब्रो मार्केट ठिक छैन ब्रो मार्केट ठिक छैन मार्केट इज नट गुड राख्नु त 68,000 ओके राख तिमी म लाइफमा छु ब्रो Damn, this is crazy, guys. Crazy towards the downside, guys. Guys, no more long short. I think if it comes, it is going to come to this levels. Longs are not getting a single opportunities, guys. Seriously, no single opportunity is given for the long ones. Okay, we plan it, it becomes invalid. We plan it, it becomes invalid. All right, market is bearish all the way towards downside, but it try to give you without any pullbacks. I don't know, right? Okay, we'll come back with a big opportunity when the market settles a little bit, right? A little bit better, right? Okay, right now I think market is not giving you any opportunities, right? Shorter ones, if you're holding towards downside, well and good, right? Maybe 67 to 68,000 can be traced on a downside, right, guys? Okay. Guys, all right, crazy and an outside, crazy. We are just missing it. We are not doing anything and we're just missing it, right? This is so crazy and a downside. So on a daily time frame, I was talking with what is it, guys? Crazy, guys, crazy. Who have been trading in this zone? I couldn't trade it. Our scalpings didn't work in these levels. In fact, if we were looking for the shot, that was well and good, but it was always market didn't want to give it the scalpers shorter move as well. Small setup was given. Okay, we're coming back live. So tomorrow only, I think at the same time, 11 UTC, we'll come back and try to see. All right, if the market crashes, $62,000 is also a possible move, right? But okay, but most probably I'm I'm stuck with the market right now, whether it is going to trying to go all towards the bearish or it's just a few moves on the downside. Very good candles formations, right? Every day I come on a live stream, right? You can catch me, guys. Okay, $66,960 maybe, right? You can see over there only. All right, guys. Okay, only tomorrow 11 UTC I'll be coming back to the live, guys. Okay, so we couldn't do anything, right? Rather I made two losses, right? Or with hardly entries, right? For for the gold also, for the gold it went all good, right? For gold, for gold, where is it? For the gold, at least we have some references from the previous one, right? So just a recent move towards the upper side. Because of that one, we could trace one downside move. That was a small move on a downside, whereby it have given a small 0.33% on a downside. Some ages to cling on, right? Yeah. Otherwise, we don't have anything for the Bitcoin. Bitcoin is crazy, guys, crazy today. Aggressively dropping towards the downside. Okay, that's all for today, guys. We'll see you tomorrow, all right, when the market is a little bit better, all right. So maybe the Bitcoin can all the drop to $62,000 as well. We never knows, right, guys? Okay. So for now, for now, we can't find any opportunities for the longs one, right, guys? It is going to be risky, all right, guys, for the longs one. At least above this level, it was confident for us to go for the longs, but now it have came down so low, all right. So all right, guys, that's all for today, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow at the same time. If we find opportunities, we'll try to trade it. All right, guys, that's all. My light's also off. Signing off. Dragon. All right.